Like ours are set out where the middle aisles are in the middle.
Yeah. Well, it's
Theirs-
because it's called the middle aisle.
Yeah,
It's not the outside aisle, is it?
It's like they have. It goes. You go in, you come back down, you go back up, you come back down, and there's just a little section at the front, long one.
And that's the middle aisle.
Yeah, it's
Well,
like the
that's
front aisle.
The magic aisle.
Yeah.
Where you go in for a pint of milk and you come out with a swimming pool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or a chainsaw.
Yeah, and you think, what on earth?
Episode 3. We've got a special guest on the show today. Before we start, I just want to say, Effective, our sponsor, have rebranded. They've got some new products launching, new whey protein, new electrolytes, new flavours. If you go on their page, we get a discount of 20% using code TheMenSocial. Now I'll introduce you to the guest. So today we've got Grimsby boy, similar to me, Tommy Turgoose.
How are we, mate?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm all right. I never thought I'd hear you thanking sponsors.
We've come
Come a long way.
Yeah, from the kids that we was when we was. Because for anyone who's listening, I don't know if you've done like anything like an intro or whatever, but yeah, me and Rob kind of grew up together, didn't we? Since
Similar,
we was.
mate, yes.
How old are you now? Are we the same age?
34.
Oh, so you're a
Yeah.
year older than me then. I'm 33. Yeah. Yeah. So like for us to be sat in
Sat
this
like
set,
your
and it's
sponsors.
something that if you'd have said to us when we was kids, we'd have been like,
Yeah, I know.
"Are we all right swearing?"
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay,
you can
brilliant.
swear, yeah.
Yeah, we wouldn't have believed it, would we?
Nah,
Nah.
so I met Tommy through the Space Project.
Yeah.
So the Space Project is like, I've told you about my mum, the youth
Yeah.
club. They sort of opened another branch, didn't they, where it was for kids that, what was it, couldn't get in schools?
Well, the Space Project was it was a government funded, I think. I don't know, like your mum might hate me for saying that, whether it was government funded or whether it was schools or whatever it may be. But yeah, essentially what the Space Project for me is I got told that it was, I would go there for like two days a week, and then I would be in school settings for 3 days a week.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the plan. But I loved it there so much. I think I ended up there 4 days a week at school one day.
Yeah.
And then when I went to school, I just climbed over the fence and ran back to the Space Project anyway. But that's not there anymore, is it?
No.
All the funding got pulled. But adjacent to it, there was the Shall Youth Club,
Yeah.
which is one of the only youth clubs left in Grimsby, I think.
Yeah, so what that youth club is now, so, God, she'll kill me if I've got this wrong.
I know, that's what I'm sat here now thinking.
Like panicking,
Don't
like they'll
shout
upset
at me,
the big
Kayla.
woman.
Yeah, because they've done so much for us as well. It's
yeah.
like, yeah.
The youth club itself is, I think they're the only self-funded one. So they have to do bids to like local companies.
Yeah.
Like we've got Orsted, the wind turbine company. I know she reaches out to them. Like, so she gets all the funding for the youth club on her own. Or
Yeah.
with
Yeah,
their team.
she's a magician, your mum, and she's like the amount of
Yeah.
work that she puts into that place, in terms of getting the funding, and the same with John Ellis as well. I think John's about 10007 now.
He's older than
He's older than time
We
itself.
can say what we want about him because he definitely won't.
He
see
won't
this.
watch this, yeah. But yeah, he's been there forever, and just like generations. We was just talking a minute ago. We were
Yeah.
saying that like you work at the youth club now, and you're seeing kids that you know their parents, and it's
Yeah.
like John has got parents of parents that he's looked after, and it's like the work that they've done on East Marsh is just like. And then you said then, well, your mum putting all that time into finding the funding for the place.
Yeah.
And then she's also working. Is it 3-4 nights a week?
Yeah, she's a busy woman. my mum,
With the
mate, like, she
kids
don't
as well,
stop.
like, and like I'm assuming there's centres like that up and down the country, but when you spend time in them centres
Yeah.
with them kids from the estates, like it's hard work.
Yeah,
man.
it
Like
is. You see like
the carnage.
Yeah.
I love it, but they are
you
carnage.
see adults in kids' bodies
Yeah.
because
Literally.
they've got to be that way to survive.
Yeah.
To survive that sort of
Well, they've got the forced to be streetwise, aren't they? Do you know
yeah.
what I mean?
that environment. It's mental. So obviously we grew up in that
I've not
sort.
grown up yet.
We was in
Steady on, I'm getting older. I ain't grown up yet.
we sort of like grew up in that setting, and that's where I don't want to say your life took off, but that's where it all began for you, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, well, I think I went to, the first time I went to I talk about this quite a lot. We was just talking about one of our mates, Kai, that went there.
Yeah.
I think one of the first times I went to this centre, because I was always quite a leery little kid, not scared of anybody. And I went to the Space Project, and I think within about 30 seconds, Kai Tomlinson which he won't mind me name checking him, but he was chasing me around the table with a pool cue. And it was because I'd gone there with that attitude. It was like, "Whoa." And it was, I think I very, very quickly learned that, like, you treat people how you want to be treated in this place. And, you know, and now me and Kai still, you know, 20 odd years later, are still good mates.
Did he ever get you?
No, I was too quick. I was young, small, and nimble, wasn't I? But yeah, no, I quickly learnt in them places that, like, you treat people how you want to be treated. And Kayla, Rob's mum, and Becky, and there was Jackie. There was and John. There was so many of them in that place that kind of, they just taught me the values of life, and they taught me the values of how to sort of present myself in a way. And yeah, so I think I went there when I must have been about 10, maybe 11 when I first started. And I still go there now.
Yeah.
You know.
I know you do a lot of stuff for the
later.
youth project, don't you? Still?
Yeah, I do as much as I can. Yeah, but then also I don't want to intrude on it. Also, not that I ever feel like I would ever be made to feel like I'm intruding, but like they're just smashing it. And your mum knows that anything that I can ever do.
Yeah.
She's got and I see her quite a lot. So. And anything that I can ever do, she knows that, and we do quite a bit of work together in terms of, like, helping raise a bit of money, and, you know, if there's any other charity things that I'm for a chosen charity, I will always choose the Shall and things like that. So so I went there, and then when I was 13, I walked around the corner one day and I saw there was a big group of people outside, and I thought, fucking, there must be a fight or something. So I thought, wow, I'll have a bit of that. So I went running over to see what was going on, and your mum had said to this casting director called Des Hamilton, who again is still a really good friend of mine. He's been casting some of the biggest British films forever. And your mum had said to him, they was looking for a kid who'd never acted before, someone who was, like, real and raw. And your mum was like, you've got to meet Tomo, or Tommy, as they call me. And then like Des, I remember him saying to me, like, do you want to audition for this film? And I was like, not really. I didn't really get it. I didn't really know what was going on. Because as we were just saying, like, opportunities like that, when opportunities like that, you know, are put in front of kids from the East Marsh and places like that up and down the country, from these sort of, you know, from these rundown estates, it's kind of like you don't believe those opportunities. You never think about those opportunities. You don't think that things like that are ever going to happen. Yeah. So I said to Des, I was like, well, in my head, I was thinking, well, they're never going to choose me because I'm just Tomo from Grimsby.
Just on that, Tommy, like, so has that changed for you now? Do you know when an opportunity does come up? Do you sort of think this is an opportunity, or do you still? Is there still a part of you where you're like?
There's part of me that thinks no, you're not. Yeah. We'll go on to it in a minute, but I'm exec producing a short film at the minute, and I remember when my agent sent it to me, and I was like, I don't really know what that is, and I got scared. I was like, that sounds too official for me.
Yeah.
Like, but then when you break it down and I had a meeting with one of the other producers and the director, they kind of, like, put that belief in me, like, because what I've always done, right, is I've always separated my life, my film life, and what it is I do, my acting, my career, away from Grimsby. Yeah. Because I never integrate the two. So when I'm in town, you know, I don't, you know, I very much just keep my head down. I play a bit of golf, and I'm not, and I just a normal bloke. Yeah. So when an opportunity came to do something in Grimsby, like to executive produce this film, I was like, it was nerve-wracking, and I had zero self-belief. But then I sat down with these people, and they filled me full of the confidence. And do you know what? Like, I got a text the other day from the producer, and he said to me, when we first met, you said you didn't have a clue what this would mean. And, like, the stuff that we've got done over the last few weeks has been, like, it's been amazing. Yeah. Like, some of the things we've managed to achieve has been amazing. And like that bit of gratification was like, yeah, it was nice to feel that. Yeah. But again, that all stems, I don't know, just I never believed that I could do it. But then someone said to me, no, give it a go. Let's try it. And did it. And the steps that we've made. And then and kind of life went in a full circle moment, really. Because one of the first things I wanted to do with exec producing is there was a role in there for a 10-year-old boy. And I was like, obviously I want to cast a kid who's never acted before. Yeah, obviously I want to do the auditions at the Shall. Yeah. And your mum accommodated all that, and we got, and the reaction we got from the kids was like, it was amazing. We got sent over 100 tapes, and unfortunately we couldn't meet them all because we didn't have the time. But we're trying to get through meeting as many as we can. But one thing that we did make sure that we said to every kid that came in was well done on coming in and meeting us today, and well done on sending the video, because, again, like opportunities like that, you don't ever believe that.
No, not from that place.
Not from
like,
that place.
Is that
You
the
don't.
same where you're from? Like,
Well, I couldn't tell you directly where I'm from because
yeah, you've lived everywhere.
I've
haven't you?
lived fucking here, there, and everywhere.
Oh, moved around
It's
a
like
bit,
my
yeah.
mum and dad have always had restaurants.
Oh, right.
So I've lived up as far as Newcastle and as low as High Wycombe.
Oh, right, okay, yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm like some sort of
What kind of restaurants?
just Brewers Fairs.
Oh, buzzing, okay, yeah,
so
yeah.
not right
It's
fancy.
not safe, it's a safe mixed grill, though,
just
isn't there?
yeah,
Isn't it?
just a steady pub.
You know
grub
you're getting
type
a
of-
decent mixed grill
Yeah,
in there.
it's not a bad deal
Solid.
for a mixed grill.
Yeah, I
but,
don't mind it.
So yeah, so like I say, I've lived all over. So if I say that my upbringing, it wasn't bad, but it was just it was very hectic because
Chaos.
it like one, we might be somewhere for 2 years, then somewhere for another 16 months, and then somewhere else.
And
else,
how
somewhere else.
unsettling is that as a kid?
Yeah.
Not having no real like friends.
Yeah.
Because this was in the days before social media.
Absolutely.
How old are you? If you don't?
31.
So yeah, so it was the days before, like maybe Facebook was just kicking off and that, but
Yeah, I think that must have kicked off when I was about 14, something like that. So,
schools,
yeah.
like going to schools, meeting new kids, and like how unsettling is that? Your first day at school,
Yeah.
how often did you have that? Like
Loads. And there's a blessing in it because it now gives me the ability to speak to anyone.
yeah,
Because I've had to learn
yeah,
to not be on my own in these environments. You've
Yeah.
got to introduce yourself. You've got to talk to people. So as a result, it does give you a level of confidence.
and being brought up in and around pubs as well, that helps, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because there's always people about.
Well, there's a lot of blokes in there as
Yeah,
well. Isn't there? A lot
Speaking
of
to adults.
speaking to adults a lot, and you're playing pool and stuff like that.
Yeah.
and-
So
yeah.
there was a good level of that, but obviously because we always lived in them, I never lived on an estate.
Okay.
Or
Oh
anything
yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I and a lot of the pubs were never.
They're on
in and
motorways a
around.
lot, aren't they?
Yeah, that's what I mean. A lot of them
Say
were
how
never.
one of Grimsby's on the M180 just as you go out. Like.
Yeah. So they're never within a housing estate or anything like that. They're always on the outskirts of places, or you've always got to drive
Yeah.
to them.
Yeah.
So like, I never went out as a kid.
Would you say then? I'd say me and you were quite switched on, street smart.
I'd say so.
Yeah,
Yeah, like
like-
I said a minute ago, at 10-year-old, 11-year-old, blokes didn't scare me.
No.
I was like, no, I'm not. I was just because I was so used to like violence and exposed to drugs and alcohol at such a young age. I was just like nothing. I wasn't scared of anything or anyone.
Yeah.
And I don't know whether that was low self-value or whether that was, I don't know. You kind of think, well, what's the fucking worst you're gonna do? Kick my head in.
exactly,
That's happened
yeah.
loads of times. Don't care.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that stems from. It's a good thing and it's a bad thing.
Yeah, of course. It's like growing up with that sort of mindset of like, no matter how shit it gets, I've been there. Like,
Yeah.
you're not gonna break me, kind of thing. Which is nice. Like, it's good for now. But then, as a kid,
I guess in the moment it's horrible.
should you really be experiencing that? Like,
No.
Like-
But do you find that, because I found the older that I get, the more, and especially having a kid,
yeah,
I deal with that trauma now more so as an adult.
yeah,
Because like as a kid, and we was the kind of kids that are just told to get on with it, and we did, and then you brush it under the rug. Whereas now the things that I don't know, there's even just down to the small things like school. I hated school, and they used to have to drag me in, kicking and screaming every day. Like the idea of sending my little boy to school was torture
yeah,
to me.
yeah,
Because I was like, I'm now going to have to send my 4-year-old little boy to this setting that I despised.
Yeah.
And there was no real reason I despised it. I don't really know why. But I was petrified. Because I was like, I don't want to put my kid through that.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, thank God I took him in the first day and it was like, he was obsessed.
yeah.
Loves it. Daddy, it's the
Yeah.
best thing ever. And every morning, go out to school, Daddy. And it's like that the weight lifted off my mind.
Yeah.
But I remember for the months leading up, I was like, I was shitting myself
Yeah.
because I thought I was going to have to put my kid through what I envisioned as hell.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah,
So how does that carry over then as a parent? Obviously, like with the sort of, it's completely different for you as a parent now, isn't it? Like the way that from how we grew up and how you can be a parent. Like you've got a decent career.
yeah,
You're married.
yeah, marriage, yeah,
Happily married. Your relationship's good.
yeah.
that's not something that's quite common where we're from.
It was steady families. We
Yeah,
never really
it's
had
like,
that steady family life. did
How
we?
do you find sitting in that sort of position? Do you sometimes have like the conflict with yourself, like,
You feel guilt sometimes.
yeah,
Like sometimes you feel a bit like, but then also it's kind of a daily reminder of to be like, when I can't be asked to get up and go to London at 4 a.m. for an audition, or when I can't be asked to go and do this, or I can't be bothered to do that. I'm like, I don't know. It's like I feel like I have to do that. I mean, and I'm not sitting here and say I work harder than than most men, because I'm blessed with my career that I love it so much. It doesn't feel like hard work. But in terms of like, it's so important to, because I never really had, my dad wasn't really in my life until my mum passed away. So I would have been 13 or 14. So like we was just talking a minute ago, like having that positive male role model.
Yeah.
I never had that in my life really until I met Stephen Graham and Shane Meadows and all the people that were there around when we were doing This Is England. They were the kind of first men to tell me to love me, to be like, and to care about me and to treat me and to, and to give me confidence and say you can do stuff like this. I never really had that as a kid, so now I make sure every single day I tell Teddy I love him.
Yeah.
And make him feel special. And I don't know, I just want that loving environment at home.
Do you feel like you're like rewiring your
100%.
rewiring your brain into the way that you think about how a family and life's meant to be, like compared to what it was? So you've been on like a journey where you've gone from this is how it was growing up, this is how it is now, and this is how you want it to be for him.
Yeah, well, you have an idea of it, but like, again, when we was kids, it was just normal, so I didn't really think about it. But again, the older that I've got, and now I've built my own, now I've got my own family. It's kind of like, it's not a guilt feeling, but it is a bit like, I don't know. There's that, I feel like that pressure to make sure that when me and Charlotte are arguing, or me and Charlotte have been together for 15 years.
Yeah.
So there'll be days where I think, I'm not sure, or do we still love each other as much as we used to? And maintaining a relationship for that long is hard work.
Yeah, of course.
And like she will say the same.
Yeah.
But then we both just be like, we look at our little and we're like, we just get on with it. You know what I mean? And then you plan things as a couple, and you kind of, that's the hardest part is like, I don't know, trying to keep that level of, I don't know. You just do it. Do you know what I mean? You just get on with it, and you work hard at keeping that family together. Do you know what I mean? Which is important for Teddy.
Yeah, like I suppose like with relationships, like I'm not a parent myself, so I might be wrong, but you've got like you two as parents, and then there's you two as a part, like
As a
in a
couple,
relationship, and you've got to find that balance.
You've got to find that balance, because everything. Like we sit and go, we've got a little date night, or like we always say about going to, we get invited to like a premiere or something, and we go, let's, we can put a nice suit on, and we get a nice dress, and Charles can get her hair done, and we can go out and then we'll or whatever the date may be, either that or we go to Brewers Fair. Do you know what I mean? Might have some scran, or whatever it may be. The night is essentially still about like, right, so next week he's got PE on Thursday, so we need to do that.
Yeah.
And we go, right, okay, well then Rachel's going to have him this day because we're doing. So it is like your date nights are still about him.
I can imagine you never switch off as a parent.
Well, you can't. No.
Yeah.
No. Not really.
No.
Other than playing golf.
Yeah.
That's the only time for me. And I'm really lucky that I found it. Like, I've only been playing for about 5 years, but that's literally the only time that my phone's away and I don't think about it.
Yeah.
And it's like that golf, that hobby has been my escapism. Do you know what I mean? I can switch off from everything. I know Teddy's at school, so I know he's safe.
Yeah.
And it's like, and
it's a healthy thing to have. It's a healthy thing to have, because I think anyone needs that little outlet, that little piece of time to themselves where they can just kind of switch off from.
Yeah, I mean, there's
anything.
days that I mentally abuse myself because I'm so shit at golf.
I could
mentally
imagine.
abuse myself because I think that I'm responsible for being so bad at golf. But yeah, no, it is. It's that escapism.
Yeah.
And I think it's important for any adult to have a hobby like that.
Do you find then, like, obviously, I'm just trying to imagine how your world is, because obviously it's completely different to what my world would be, and vice versa. Like, is it hard to switch off from the media side of things? Like, obviously you're in the public eye, aren't you? Like, people
see, that goes back to like being in Grimsby. I wouldn't say that I am.
Yeah.
The only thing is, I've got to like be like, do you know, like with social media is a funny one. Like, there's times you've got to be careful about what you post on there and stuff.
It's the same for me though in the fire service.
Well, of course, yeah. Because you've got responsibilities, and you've got people who, like as in the fire service, you've got kids that look up to you.
Yeah.
So you can't be, you know, you can't be out acting like a knobhead. You can't be doing this. You can't be doing that. You've got to let like a duty of care and a level of responsibility. So, and I guess in a way, you know, I would never see it like this, but I guess my job is the same. But yeah, that's kind of, but you get so used to it again. Like you just, I don't know.
Do you think, like, obviously you said, do you think growing up in Grimsby that's been one of the reasons why you can manage it all so well? Like that upbringing?
Yeah, because in Grimsby I can switch off from it.
Yeah.
Like no one in Grimsby really cares. Like because Grimsby's so small, the excitement of seeing someone on the telly has gone now.
And I can imagine that's
Everyone's
quite
already,
nice.
Yeah, everyone's already seen me once, or we've had a pint, or we've done this, or do you know what I mean? So the excitement's kind of really good. What is really nice is like one of my nephews has just turned 18, and I took him to prom.
Yeah.
Like last year or the year before. And then, like, all his mates were like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah.
Like Thomas Turgoose is bringing you to the prom, and to me, I'm like, "What? I'm just giving you a lift or something." I don't really see it as anything.
Yeah.
But it's quite nice that I don't know. The kids are kind of there's still an excitement about what I do for the kids.
Yeah.
Because they again then leads into, well, if he can do it,
Yeah.
then I can do it. Do you know what I mean?
100%.
And it don't have to just be an acting.
No.
No,
It doesn't mean that I want to be an actor. It's anything.
Yeah.
Fire service.
Yeah.
It's you know whether you're good at joinery or whether you're good at mountain bike riding or whatever it is that you enjoy doing as a kid. If you think there's a career in there, if you've got people that you can look up to and think, right, well, they've done what they want to do, you can do that as well. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
How was the kids? So on this audition that you've been doing for your, what is it, a short film?
It's a short film, yeah. It's called Good Man. Yeah.
On the auditions, what was the kids like reacting to you then?
Some of them were funny.
Yeah.
Some of them didn't care, which was brilliant. There was one young kid, obviously I can't say any names, but they're not. We always gave the kids at the end of every audition, we said to them, like, again, well done for coming in. It takes a lot, you know, it's sitting here and meeting strangers. Have you got anything you want to ask us? And a lot of them were just like, oh no, you know, or they wouldn't really say much, but one of them just went, how much am I going to get paid? And I was like, you're brilliant.
That sounds...
That was
I was going to say, did you see a bit of yourself in that?
100%, yeah. So, I mean, it was, that whole full circle moment was brilliant, but again, so the courage from some of the kids. I mean, some of the kids that came in were just so switched on to life.
They are, mate.
Like, and it was refreshing to see, but we had kind of like, we had almost a bit of a different demographic. We had the kids who were, you know, maybe brought up in New Waltham, which are in the nicer areas, or Huntley Clay in the nicer areas of town, and they came in and they was amazing, and the energy that they brought. But then you had the kids that come in from the East Marsh, like me and Rob. It was like, so there was a polar opposite of kids. So that was quite nice. But yeah, I mean, again, just credit to the kids and the parents for seeing the opportunity and being like, and also like it's going to be, you know, out of the 100 kids that we've seen, there is only one role.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like, I still deal with that now at 33. I audition for something and I don't get it, and I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
It's like going, why? Is it something? Is it physical? Is it something that I did or something that I said? Like dealing with that rejection is still quite difficult.
Yeah.
So that was another thing that we were saying to the kids, like, regardless of whether you get this or not, like, just be really, really proud.
But that's not like a normal position to be in, is it?
No.
Like, I'm 10 auditioning for a film. Like,
Well,
that is
8 to 12 was
8 to 12. Sorry, yeah. Like, you're auditioning for a film. That's not really. You ask, I don't know, 1,000 8 to 12-year-olds if they ever audition for a film.
No.
I can almost guarantee 99% of them will say,
Well, yeah.
I've never done it.
Well, 100% will say no from Grimsby.
Yeah, exactly.
And from places like you say, there's it's just not really a thing, is it, really?
No. So
But
that's.
then why not? Like,
Yeah, I know.
let's make it more of a thing.
Absolutely.
That's why I didn't want, you know, there's kids that go to, like, acting classes, and they was obviously more than welcome to come and audition.
Yeah.
And we auditioned kids from acting classes in the area as well. Like, it was open to anybody. But the one thing we really wanted to do was we wanted to make it accessible and make the kids believe that, you know, you can come in and you can do it as well. Do you know what I mean? That was the main thing.
Going back to your like audition then, so Do you know how many they auditioned?
Thousands.
Was it?
Thousands, yeah. So they auditioned again. It was a bit of a trip down memory lane. I spoke to Des Hamilton the other day, who was the casting director, because I wanted some advice from him on how to, the way to be with the kids that we was meeting and things like that. And we had a real nice trip down memory lane, and we spoke about when we first met, and it's how it's nice that 20 years later I still feel like I can reach out to him when I need it. But yeah, that whole the whole process of like. Yeah, it brought back a lot of memories of that whole thing, and just that sheer cheekiness of me. And but you know what? It actually gets me thinking like that's kind of not been stripped away. I still am a cheeky kid, but
Yeah.
sometimes I think if I could go into auditions and just not care as much,
Yeah.
maybe. Like I've got mates who are actors, who do not give a fuck about. You know, they'll tweet what they want, they'll say what they want, and they're very, very good actors, and they're still doing very good work. But sometimes I'm like, I don't know, maybe have I stripped back a little bit in my personality a little bit? Maybe, I don't know. Maybe that's just growing up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you feel like
Maybe
that's
that's just
something
growing up.
that's necessary or happens quite a lot in?
I think when you get to a certain level, it's necessary.
Yeah.
Like when you think about the James Bond role, I mean, I can say this because they're not going to consider me for it. But like that whoever gets that role has to be squeaky clean.
Yeah.
Like there's no way, like, again, naming no names, but there's actors I know that have got criminal records who have been in the papers for whatever. Great actors and would do a good job. But because they've got criminal records and things, the chances are they won't be considered for it.
Yeah.
Because they're like, with a James Bond role, it's an ambassadors for the country.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to be doing like opening ceremony stuff for the Olympics, and you're going to be the face of Jaguar and things like that. So it's more than just a job role. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And people will sit there and they'll
go digging for it.
People dig for
exactly.
it.
Yeah.
They'll be like, "Why is this guy getting the opportunity?"
he's got
And then
this,
they'll
this,
dig
and
into
this.
social media and they'll find something
And
like
it can
from
be like,
years ago.
yeah.
And then you see it all the time now. Like people get exposed, and then that's their career ruined. And
It's
I get
bad,
it.
mate. Yeah, it's bad.
And it's just could be from like a silly mistake from years
Or something that
ago.
you tweet. Like, I deleted my Twitter a few years ago, because I was doing a job, and the producers were like, "This is going to be big."
Yeah.
There was like, "This is like Game of Thrones big." So I was like, "Right, well, I'm going to delete my Twitter because I know for a fact that I offered out Cam from Wakefield. I said, if you say that about my eyes again, I'll come to Wakefield and smash your head in, mate." There was a lot of that, so I thought, right, well, if this is going to be big, I'll just take out the equation and just deleted it all.
Yeah.
Turns out the show was cancelled after about 8 episodes anyway, so it wasn't as big as what we thought it was going to be. But anyway, yeah, but you're right though. Like what you say, there's that kind of, people are so scared to be cancelled now.
Yeah.
It's just that
And
that whole, I don't know. There's
it's just that kind of whole thing of, I feel everybody's a bit too sensitive.
And
yeah,
I
you're
think
not allowed to have fun anymore.
No.
this ties in with men not speaking.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
Like, I think, obviously, you can't speak your truth where men do suppress it.
Yeah.
Like, anyway, naturally. So you can't really... You don't want to voice your opinion because you want a bloke, and then two, because
Scared
people's
of what other people
opinions,
are gonna...
you put it on your Instagram, and, like, people get absolutely nailed for it.
Yeah.
do you think that's changing though?
I do.
I think it's changing.
I do.
I've noticed a huge change in our group chats with the lads. Like,
See, that's massive, isn't it? A group,
it's
putting
massive,
it in a group
massive.
chat. Yeah.
But one of our friends, he took his own life earlier on in the year, and we didn't really know about it. We knew he struggled a bit, and then it came as such a shock that he took his own life, and we was all just like, we said in the chat, like, boys, we have to be more honest with each other. Like, if we are struggling, we have to, because I get like, and I think, but what I really liked is what Paddy Pimlet did, and he said that real powerful quote about, like, he'd rather have his mate cry on his shoulder than carry him down in a coffin.
Yeah.
I think stuff like things like that really stand out.
Yeah.
And we do now, like we're so much more, and it might not be in the group chat
Yeah.
as such. Like if one of our mates has said, I'm struggling, or I'm just, this is happening, or this is happening. But what's nice is they feel like they can reach out now out of the chat.
Yeah.
They can say, right, Goose, Goose is like what the lads call me.
Yeah.
But they can say now, and I will say, well, let's go for a pint, mate. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Or let's not go for a pint. Let's go for a walk or a coffee or. Do you know what I mean? It's like just go, just vent. Or let's go cinema. Let's not even talk.
Yeah.
Let's just chill. Let's just sit together.
It is sometimes like for it to happen in a group chat. I'm in quite a few group chats, and it's like you've got like the people that you wouldn't naturally lean into.
Yeah.
Like your closer mates.
You have group chats within your group chats.
Yeah,
don't you?
and then you'll have like you'll digress into a conversation with mate. But I think it's good that if men are actually saying it to their mates, that's a good start in it.
Yeah.
I think so, and I think it is changing, because it's like especially when you have someone so close to you take their own life. It's like that gut punch is just like fuck.
Yeah.
Like we can't let that happen again.
Do you think
what I mean?
then? So this is. You think it's changing? Do you think this is like going to be a generational thing where
I think so.
It's tipping, which is similar to obviously.
We're allowed to be more sensitive now as men.
Yeah.
And that's why, you're getting people who are coming out and people are more openly gay or transsexual or, and that, I think that in itself is like, that gives people the confidence to just be like, yeah, I am a man.
Yeah.
But, what my interests and hobbies are different to other men's, and that's fine.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I think it is becoming more normalised now for people to just be more open and be themselves and experiment. Do you know what I mean? I think that's that's a huge change. And I think things like this podcast is helping as well. I think there's social media. All right, you get your fair share of knobheads on there, but there is a lot of support out there for people who are maybe questioning their sexuality when they're younger and stuff like that. I think there's a massive. I think there is a big change.
Yeah.
It's just what algorithms your social media swaying you to. Do you know what I mean?
Like, so for me, and this probably relates back to what you were saying about the film that you're doing. So like, it was generational.
Yeah.
What I can remember from my dad had never, or he didn't speak.
No, my dad
He'd just be
doesn't now.
he's just, I'm a bloke, I'm doing this, I'm getting on with it kind of thing. And like now, he probably still don't speak about stuff.
And get on with it. Remember that? Get on with it.
Yeah, like
what?
Just pick yourself up and like.
Yeah, man up.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
I know.
How mad is that?
Yeah, man up.
It is.
Man up.
And still,
What does that
mean? Man up.
Yeah, what does it mean?
It is actually it's actually wild when you think about it that people like. And I remember like being told when I was a kid, kids should be seen and not heard. I'm like, fucking hell, you're suppressing kids by saying that.
Yeah.
Like Teddy doesn't shut up. And all right, it drives me mad sometimes. But it's like if I said to him like, stop talking, like what?
Yeah. What
How
does
mad
that
is
do
that?
for you as a parent?
Like you were saying then, like you like your dad's. Like our dad's, like I say, my dad's the same. But I think even with my dad now, the older that he's got, the more honest he's being, which is really interesting.
Yeah.
Because I think there's the access is out there now for, like you say, it's normal for blokes to talk now. Do you know what I mean?
Do you see a lot of it then? Obviously, in your field of work, people will look at it from the outside and they'll be looking at you and they think, God, he's got everything going well. He's got like his finances are in check. He's on films. Is there a lot of like mental health?
Actors are fucking skint, man. I don't know why people think they're rich. Honestly, go on. Sorry.
But is there a lot of like mental health in
that's
acting?
a good question, that.
Yeah, of course it is. Yeah, 100%. Do you know what I really struggled with? And it probably all stemmed down to the amount I used to drink when I was like 18 to 25. Especially like, because this is England and was so successful.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't go out with my mates without people staring at me, coming up and asking me for pictures, just fucking videoing me without asking. I remember the times I've been out with Charlotte, we was sat having food and people are just videoing me without asking. It's like, as a person, how am I supposed to have a conversation with my wife? We're sitting and talking, and I know someone's videoing me.
Just sat there videoing you.
And I'm like, what do I do now? Do I turn around and say, oi?
Yeah.
Fucking have some respect.
And then it ruins your career.
Then you look like a knobhead.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Well,
I never ever, I would never ever say no to anyone asking me for a picture. So like, come over, say hello, let's have a little chat, buzz in, then I can get on with it then. But when people, I had it just a minute ago, like I was just sorting my cup of tea out in Greg's and there was 3 blokes staring at me and I'm like, I can't think about anything else other than there's 3 men staring at me here. And I'm like, it is, so it does, but it got to the point when I was out all the time and drinking, that it started getting like I was really uncomfortable with it. So I was like, yeah, I just wouldn't go out, or I'd just sit in and drink and party at home, or
Yeah.
do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so it did get a little bit.
Do they? So when you go on set to a film, then I'm just trying to relate it. So with the fire service, if we see something bad, we get like some support.
Yeah.
Like if you go onto like a set, or I don't know, let's say, is there like a
Support network.
There's
support
welfare. There is
network?
welfare.
Is
yeah.
there?
Is it?
Yeah, there is. Yeah, and more so recently as well. But you know what's so beautiful about when you're on a film set is like you meet these people, and because I've been doing it for 20 years, I know people. Chances are, if I go onto a set, if I'm on a film set, I would have worked with someone who's there. But what's so beautiful is like you spend. I was in London at the start of the year for 3 months, didn't see my family, but I saw these people every single day, all day, every single day. So these people become your family. You're kind of forced to sort of build these relationships with people, and yeah, you kind of just, I don't know, there's something quite beautiful about. There was a great actress I worked with on it. She just became like my sister.
Yeah.
Never met her before, but she's like my sister now.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know, you kind of. So when I sit there and I'm like, oh, I'm really missing home, or I'm missing this, she was always there to listen. And
Yeah.
so we kind of grouped together, and yeah. But there is like official like welfare sectors and things like that for anyone who's struggling, and especially for people who are away from the home, from the families and stuff.
What's that like, being
I
away
can
from you?
imagine that's an hard part of it all.
It's harder now with a little one. But also, like, I'm so busy at work when I'm working, because without sounding too wanky, like when I'm at work, I'm so focused on who I'm being. I kind of just forget that I'm Tomo for a little bit. Do you know what I mean? Especially in like the working days, in the working hours. It's like, say if I'm working like 6 till 8 or whatever, 6 in the morning till 8 at night. It's only that last hour where I'm like, Teddy's already in bed. I didn't get to say goodnight. So I'm a bit gutted about that.
Yeah.
But then I get some scran and then go to bed, and then, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So again, just get on with it. Just dealing
What's
with it.
it like having to pick and choose between like the different people, the roles that you have to play? You know, so if you ever played someone and thought, I really like who this character is, and wanted to carry on being that kind of way?
Yeah, I mean, you kind of do. Like the hairstyle that I've got in a minute is a direct off the back of the last role I've just done. Because I grew my hair for the job, and they styled it like this, and I was like, that's me now.
Yeah.
Was it? And then I guess when you've got a hairstyle, it kind of, it's a bit of your identity. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there is small parts of things that you kind of latch onto. But I mean, I played a serial killer in my last job, so I kind of
maybe
that's
we're on that side.
that's the one to sweep under the rug,
Yeah,
innit? But that was interesting because it's like,
yeah, where does your mind go when you're having to try and get into this?
yeah,
kind
well,
of, like,
the character was so different as well. Like,
Yeah.
in a sense, it was still a version of me, but in a sense that, well, you'll know now. I've been sat here for however long, I won't shut up. I'm always talking. Whereas this character Martin was very much like, just very. You don't really know what he's thinking. He's obsessed with like synthesizer music and stuff, and there's all kind of things going on in his head, and you don't really know what he's thinking about or what his next move's going to be. There's some great scenes in there where he's like he's there with his girlfriend, and she's just about to, she's got an inkling that he's a serial killer, that he's responsible for the murders, and you kind of don't know whether he's going to turn around and, you know, kill her, or whether he's like so there's that the emotions in that was quite interesting.
Do you find it hard doing like jobs like that? Is that because I'm guessing when you're acting at, let's say, a serial killer, do you have to like sort of really delve in, focus into that guy as a person? Do you have to research him, the
like
things he
their
did?
Yeah, well, it wasn't based on a real character, but I know that Charlie Hunnam with the Ed Gein thing at the minute. I know there was lots of interviews where he was saying he spent a lot of time at the grave of Ed Gein and stuff like that, and you have got to be really careful. I know that there's kind of like the stories of the you know, the curse of the Joker and stuff like that with Heath Ledger, and I know, so it kind of, you have got to be really careful. But I think there's a big difference when you're in the big Hollywood movies, and you know you're going to be playing that character in 6 months' time. You've got 6 months to become that person.
Yeah.
Whereas this serial killer thing, you know, the budget was micro budget, and I signed on to do the film, and then 2 weeks later I was doing it. So it's very little time to sort of get into that headspace. But yeah.
Do you find it hard to like switch off then? So
Yeah. That's what I was
I
wondering.
don't know what. So a day's work for me, sometimes I come home, it takes me a couple of hours.
Oh,
and
mate,
Yeah.
but the trauma that you go through. Like, one of my
Yeah.
friends is a fireman in Staffordshire, and, you know, again, it goes back to the men talking. He was telling me some of the things that he's been through. Like, it's just, like, you can't switch off
No.
from that.
No, like no, I
The
completely
things that
agree.
you see
Yeah, you can't prepare
and
yourself to see
hear,
a dead body.
the things that
or
you must
No.
hear as well,
stuff like that.
that's just like, it's not normal to...
It's not a normal exposure.
How do you
No.
deal with that?
For me, like
Having your own troubles as well as...
I think now, like I can't say I've completed it. I know how to do it perfect, but definitely like talking about it. I feel sorry for my missus because like I'll speak to her about things probably people have never spoke to her about before.
Yeah.
And so I'm like sat there, I'm like, right, I need to speak to someone about it. I don't want to be that guy at work where I'm like, I need to get the support.
Why not? What do you mean?
Like, so we get like support.
I mean, when you said you don't want to
Yeah.
be that guy, what do you
why
mean?
Yeah.
would you not want to?
For me, it's like, again, it's a pride thing.
Right.
Like, and
Really? Yeah.
yeah, it's like, fuck, I don't want
But
to
then
be...
you admitting it's sat here now
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
to more people than there is at the fire station.
Yeah,
Do you know what
exactly. Exactly. It's, but
Because
it's...
the chances are they're all the same.
Yeah,
I know.
gonna
They're all
say.
thinking, fucking hell, like what we've just been through there.
Yeah. It's such a weird feeling. It takes me about a week to digest. Let's say if something bad's happened, it takes me about a week to digest it. I'll speak to my missus. She gives me advice on something that she's never experienced, and then I think for me, obviously, it just goes back to fitness and just carrying on. You know, like you've got your golf.
Yeah.
I think if I need to digest something, I'll
Go to
go
the gym.
do a stupid run and just process
Yeah.
everything.
And I think I can pick up on when you're in that situation.
Yeah.
Because we probably text most days, speak most days.
Yeah.
And then I would say, obviously, I spoke to you about 3 days ago, and you said they'd seen 2 dead bodies.
Yeah.
And that week prior to that conversation, we'd hardly spoke.
Yeah.
And that's not me saying to you, you need to speak to me. But and then all I saw was just you constantly training,
Yeah.
and I knew
That's what you've been
he's
doing.
seen something's
Yeah.
gone on
Or
because
something's happened in my life. It's not just obviously work,
but something's happened because you've gone. It's just the opposite of what you normally are.
yeah.
It's interesting, isn't it? Do you feel like you're more inclined to be open via text?
Do you know what? Like, I'm quite comfortable speaking.
Yeah.
I think at work it's a little bit different. Obviously, I've known these people that I work with. Like, you are a very close knit group.
You're a family. You're trusting each
You
other
are
with
a
your
family.
lives,
Yeah,
literally.
absolutely.
But
Like, there's
then-
not many people I trust with my life.
No.
But
And
you-
part of me
you do it as a
is
job,
like,
yeah.
if I'm dealing with it, they're dealing with it as
Of
well.
course they are.
So
Do
I
you
would,
speak together though?
yeah, like the people that I work with are absolutely brilliant. Like they've rang me, they've checked in on me. They message you when you've had a exposure to something.
Yeah. Good.
But like then
Predominantly male as well, isn't it?
there's a lot. So
I know there's more and more women coming
yeah.
into the fire service
There's,
now, but it is predominantly quite male,
yeah,
is it? Or
there's-
historically it is.
There's 2 women on my shift at the moment, and they're great.
Yeah.
Like one of them,
That probably helps.
she called. It's a different perspective.
Yeah.
So
It's
they
that-
see
and
it
women
different.
are just more gentle. They're
yeah.
just more inclined to listen and just be. I don't know. There is just something quite nice about being able to
calming.
open up
and-
to women and yeah.
So they've reached out, but then for me it's like if you sit and talk about something related to work at work, you know full well the people that you was with are dealing with it as well.
So yeah.
Whereas like if I'm speaking to let's say you, like I just come out with it like quite easily.
Yeah.
If I'd have seen Cam in person, I wouldn't have texted him saying it, or like when I speak to Kaz, I'll speak to her and I'll say it, and then she speaks to me. It's like I've got no preference on how to talk about it.
Yeah.
But definitely like talking to people about stuff like that away from work definitely helps.
Yeah.
Because I find with things, if I'm speaking about, let's say we're speaking about a topic, it doesn't matter what it is, and if you're trying to deal with it and then you're all continuously speaking about that topic just gets bigger and bigger and bigger.
Yeah, it's just gonna
just
circle.
yeah.
When all you want it to
That's a
do
good
is just
point.
get smaller and smaller
Yeah.
and smaller. So it's like
Wow. Yeah.
you've got to find that fine line of like, do I talk about it? Don't I talk about it? Do I want to digest it? Do I want to make it bigger?
Wow, that's such an interesting point you say about that. Like with people who are there, who've experienced it,
Yeah,
it's almost like you say the cancer gets bigger.
yeah, exactly.
Whereas if you want to make it smaller.
It's like the energy. It's like energy, though, isn't it? If you're in a bad headspace, all you'll find is you'll attract that level of
Yeah.
energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's all you're radiating, that's all you're looking for, and that's all you're listening for. So, like you say, if you're in a circle with people and you're talking about one topic, it's never going to get any smaller, because every time that person talks about it, it grows back in you, it'll grow back next door, there, then it'll pass around, they'll talk about it, and it's just constantly, like you say, expanding. Whereas if you go to someone that's got nothing to do with it,
Yeah.
and speak to them, well, they're going to give you some form of reassurance, whatever. But after that, it's nipped in the bud. Do you know what I mean? Unless you bring it back up again,
Yeah.
they're not going to be then, oh, well, how was this? How was that? How was it? Do you know what I mean? Because they're not within it.
Yeah.
So I think as a result, like you say, it just gets smaller and just gets nipped in the bud.
Yeah.
But it's that, again, like we spoke about, like suppressing things. It's a fine line. You want to digest it, you don't want to suppress it. And I think that's where men can get things.
100%.
It's important to deal with stuff.
Exactly.
It's so important to deal with, like someone said to me once, I can't remember who it was, but it was when my mum passed away when I was 13. And like seemingly I was okay about it. Like obviously it broke my heart like any other kid it would. But I was so distracted with the release of This Is England, travelling the world, girls, you know, what felt like money when I was a kid, and I don't know, just all these exciting things. And then someone said to me, like, you have to deal with what you've done, what's happened to you.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you know, you need to deal with grief. Otherwise, it will get you later on in life. And that always stayed with me, because I'm like, because I am at peace with the fact that my mum passed away. Obviously, you know, it's never an easy thing to deal with, but I don't know. I kind of think of, I don't know. I just think everyone deals with that kind of thing differently. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And my way of dealing with it was just going out and playing football all day, every day with my friends, and just kind of like, yeah, you just, I guess, just distracting myself as best I can. Do you know what I mean?
That's such a rough age, though, isn't it,
Yeah.
to experience something like that.
But then again, I think, is it? Because I think like now, would I deal with it as well as I did then? Because I don't have those distractions. I mean, I do.
Yeah.
But I spend a lot of time on my. I mean, I love being on my own.
Yeah.
People always say, "Oh, do you not get a bit like down when you're on your own all the time?" I'm like, honestly, I've got about an hour a day with people, and I'm like, I fucking want to be on my own now. It's my social. Just been on holiday for one of my mates' weddings, and we was there for 10 days. And by the end of it, I was like, I need to be on my own.
Yeah.
I
I need
have to be
another
on my own.
holiday.
Yeah, I need to. Yeah, just need to be on my own for a bit. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I was saying about like dealing with the grief and stuff like that. Like, I don't know. I just feel like at that age I was so easily distracted that maybe it was. I mean, you can never pick an age, but maybe that was the right age. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe that was.
Would you, looking back then, Tommy, like everything that's gone on in your life and where you are now, what you've got, what you've achieved, is there any of it that you'd think, you know what, I'd change that? Because a lot of the time, you'd ask someone this. I look back on my life and I wouldn't change a thing.
No, I wouldn't.
Like,
No.
I do believe everything brings you to this point.
I think the worst things in life that happen. So my mum passed away when we finished filming This Is England, and so she never got to see the film. You know the life I lived with my mum.
Yeah.
We lived on our own in a council house. We never had, literally, and I'm not just saying it for effect, but we didn't have a fucking pot to piss in. And then when This Is England came out and my mum wasn't here, when she passed away, I moved in with my dad, and he lived a totally different life. Drove a nice BMW, lived in a nice house. He integrated school straight into my life. So the first thing he said to me was, "You're going to school." And then my dad was in a position then to... My dad drove me to Manchester 3 times a week for the best part of 6 months. And my dad drove me to London. My dad made sure that I, along with the help of like Stephen Graham and all of the other mentors in my life from This Is England, but my dad was a huge part in making sure I grabbed this career by the balls and made the most of it.
Yeah.
And then I'd sit and I'd think, was my mum in a position to do that? Maybe not.
No.
So then I'm like, and that's how I deal with things.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, You know, and I'm sure my mum would have done her absolute best with helping me in the career that I got thrust into. But I think my dad is a huge part of the reason I'm sat here with you today. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So then that's how I deal with grief, and that's how I deal with the worst situations. So when people say, would you change a thing? Because that would be the obvious one. I go, well, obviously I want my mum here still.
Yeah.
And do you know, but that would be the obvious thing. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like a, how you put that there, it's like a fuel source almost,
Yeah.
isn't
It's a
it?
silver lining.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's a kind of a...
Silver lining to a shitty
Yeah.
situation.
Because because of the way I was with my mum, like I wish she could have seen what I've done with the opportunity that she saw me get. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Shane Meadows, who directed This Is England, I remember he got us all into his trailer and showed us a bit of the film, and that's the first bit that my mum had seen, and she was in bits.
Yeah.
And it's like that. I wish she could have seen the whole film.
Yeah.
I wish she could have seen all that. And what was so beautiful, and you know, one of the things that Shane has done, and he will never know how much it meant to me, is when I first saw the film in Rome, me and my dad flew over there.
Is that where it was?
That's the first place I saw the film
Wow.
on the big screen. And he never told me that he'd dedicated the film to my mum.
Yeah.
So at the end of the film, it says, "In loving memory of Sharon Turgoose."
Wow.
And I remember seeing that and just being like, whilst looking around, and we got a 10-minute standing ovation from Italian local people who didn't even speak English. So I was like, I don't get this. They don't even speak English, but it was because of the culture of the film and what it meant. But yeah, I just remember looking around and just being like, so that's one of the most special like memories that I've got. Do you know what I mean?
That's mental though, isn't it? Like just a boy from Grimsby in Rome,
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
film, getting a standing ovation.
Thousands, and I'm not kidding. It was like, it almost felt like it was in slow motion. For as far as I could see up, and as far as I could see down, we was right in the middle. Just everyone, eyes on me, clapping, and it was just like, yeah. It was. I've got goosebumps thinking about it.
I've got goosebumps. That's ace.
Yeah.
Did you ever find it hard to deal with that sort
I
of
was gonna
like?
say.
That's probably a high or an experience that someone had never experienced. Is it hard like getting that and then do then other premieres? Do they feel like they're never gonna reach that level?
I think every job and every premiere and every night and every like sitting here with you, everything's special for its own reason. I think, like, I remember when I did Kingsman 2.
Yeah.
And I went to the premiere with Charlotte, and I remember standing on the balcony. David Beckham was there.
Wow.
Elton John was here. Dynamo's doing magic tricks. and I remember, and it's one of the only times I've ever said to Charlotte, I was like, how the fuck did we get here? Like, what the...
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think that's important to kind of like, to still feel that, and to still feel
Absolutely.
like, just like, it's called imposter syndrome.
Yeah.
Like, we all know what that is, don't we?
Yeah.
But I think I think once you stop getting imposter syndrome, then you feel like you should be there, and then I'm like, I don't know. I think we're all fucking lucky to be doing what we're doing.
It's a level of humbleness, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, and like you say, you're showing that you're a very humble person, because not at any point are you looking back saying, yeah,
I think that's
I knew I was
important.
going to be here. I should have been here anyway. Do you know what I mean? It's like...
Yeah, I think to get to a certain level of, like, I always think when people talk about good footballers in the town, like being arrogant, or, you know, like, use Cristiano Ronaldo as an example, like, he has to have a level of arrogance.
Yeah, of course.
Because you are the best in the world, arguably. So you need to believe that.
Yeah.
And if you don't believe it, then it's not going to happen. Do you know what I mean?
Some people, it's a fine line though, isn't it? Arrogance or being deluded. Like, I think to achieve certain stuff, you have got to be a bit...
There's a difference between self-confidence and arrogance.
Yeah. I think, but to achieve certain things, you have got to be a little bit delusional.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, let's say us lot was just speaking to some normal lads and we're like, oh, we want to achieve this, or you want to achieve that, or you want to, I don't know, win an Oscar.
Yeah.
They'll be sat there like, you lot are off your heads.
Yeah.
They're like, we don't believe in that. We don't think that's going to happen. When, like, obviously, there's always going to be a chance where eventually you might win an Oscar.
Yeah.
Like, this podcast might get massive. Like, if you don't, there's a saying what I say, if you throw enough shit at a wall,
Some of it,
eventually something will stick.
Yeah.
and you've just got to keep going with it.
Well, it's about sitting there and going, no. Like, I like the idea of saying, no, this podcast is going to be huge.
Yeah.
It's like my little brother, Zach. I think he's 14. And ever since he was like 10, I always said to him, he's obsessed. He's obsessed with planets and the solar system. And it's ever since he was 10, probably younger, I would say to him, oh, what do you want to be when you grow up, Zach? He'd go, I'm going to go to the moon.
Yeah.
He doesn't say I want to, he says I'm going to.
I love that.
So he wants to be an astronaut.
Yeah, I love that.
And it's like, how amazing is that at that age? If you ask him any question, he's by far cleverer than I am.
Yeah.
But you asking him any question now on the solar system, he'll know it. And I just think there's something quite nice about, someone at that age to just be like, no, I will go to the moon.
That level of determination.
And I believe him.
Yeah.
Like, I actually believe that he will.
But then having you as
Either
like
that or he'll end up in Eureka in Halifax.
having you as like a big brother or a positive role model.
Yeah.
And then obviously your dad as well. Like, I think that's such a good environment for someone to
So
be
important.
around.
Yeah, because they can see that everything's achievable.
Yeah,
If you
exactly.
want it, you can get it no matter what.
Yeah.
You just got to work for it.
Yeah.
Well, when you say just about that positive male role model, like, how important is that in children's lives?
Massive.
100%.
So important. And it goes back to what I was saying a minute ago, like when I moved in with my dad. I had this man who's just, all of a sudden, he just had my best interest at heart.
Yeah.
And that's not saying my mum never, because she did. But, like, I don't know, he was working for me. He was doing things to make sure my career was as good as it can be. My dad could have retired years ago.
Yeah.
He's got enough money to retire. He'll probably hate me for saying this, but he can. But he won't, because he's got good work ethic.
Yeah.
And it's like that's kind of what he's instilled into me.
Yeah.
And that's the importance of having a male role model
Yeah.
in your life. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
It's huge.
Couldn't agree more. It's like now I'm surrounded by them. There's people at work like that. They're maybe 10 years older than me, and I look up to them and I just think you are such a inspirational guy.
Yeah.
Or there's people younger than me doing stuff.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, you know what? That is absolutely amazing what you're doing.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't mind being a little bit like that.
Yeah.
Like, it's men should be like that. It should be like,
Yeah.
you've just got to focus on yourself. You've just got to do this.
Yeah, and I think also there shouldn't be a level of, like, what's the word? You know, like jealousy.
Yeah.
Like, I think a lot of men get jealous of a lot of what everyone's doing. Oh, you're achieving more, so I'm not going
Yeah.
to look at you as a...
They're the main culprit for that, though, social media.
Yeah, 100%.
That's the main thing.
But if you twisted it and thought, actually, well, look at what they're doing.
Yeah.
They're achieving something. I want to be more
He can
like
do that,
them.
I can do
yeah,
that.
like, he can do it. Why can't I? Why have I got to be sat here jealous?
Yeah.
I'm guilty of that.
Yeah.
Thinking, fucking hell, they're doing better than me. I can't do that.
Yeah.
And so you just think, well, if they can do it,
It's hard, though,
what are you stopping?
sometimes.
Oh, 100%, 100%.
Like, I look at actors, some actors I look at, and they're doing films, and I'm thinking, fuck.
Yeah.
Like, I want that. Why can't I do that?
Do you
Like,
think-
there's some roles that I look at, or some roles that I've auditioned for. Don't get me wrong, there's plenty of times, and more often than not, the casting directors get it right. And I will watch a film and I'll be like, fucking hell. Obviously, he did that, not me, because he's amazing.
Yeah.
But then there is times I watch it and go, I think I could have done a better job than that.
Yeah.
And that's not me saying I'm better.
Yeah, not in a bitter way. Just,
Like, that's just me saying that I feel like I could have bought something different. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then again, there is sometimes I look at some actors and I'm like, wish I had that, or do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then that's fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes me think, oh, your agent sent you an audition 2 days ago, you still haven't done it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking do it.
Get on with it. Sort it out.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, but I think social media is the main thing for that.
Yeah.
I think that's don't know. There's a lot of good that social media does, but there's also like
I think
the amount of
insecurity
pressure it
causes
puts
a lot
on
of
us.
jealousy as well.
100%.
insecurity and pressure.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
my God, the pressure that it puts us under.
And I think, do you not find that you put yourself under a lot more pressure than other people put you under?
No, I'm really chilled, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
See, I'm the
I do.
opposite.
Sometimes it does beat me up about like not getting jobs, but then also like my mates always take the piss and like, because I always say, oh, I want to work as little as humanly possible
That's
because
the
I want to
goal,
be
though,
at
innit?
home with my
Yeah,
family, and
that's the goal.
Well, that is the life goal.
That's
Who
the
wants to
goal,
work
yeah.
Till
And
they
it's
die?
like also like I've got mates who have got massive houses, big massive houses, and there's only like a 2-year-old and a couple, and brilliant for them.
Yeah.
Like buzz in, like you've got, and but like for me, I live in a 2 up 2 down. I'm like that's not what I strive for.
No.
Yeah.
Like I strive for just being at home as much as I can.
Yeah.
Like,
Time.
I don't know, maybe I could have a bigger house, but then it means I've got to be away more.
Yeah.
Like, I'm happy with my
Gotta
little
find your
2 up, 2
balance,
down.
Yeah, absolutely.
My neighbours are banging. I love them all. Like, they're all class. They're all like rooting for me in my job. They don't do my head in about anything.
Yeah.
They'll never ask me about my job. But they're always showing interest. But love my little neighbours and I love my little 2 up, 2 down. And I'm like, why would I change it if I don't
Yeah.
need to?
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
100%.
It's good that it hasn't changed who you are, like
Nah.
the career that you do. I think that's so
Yeah, 'cause I
important.
can imagine a lot of people, especially, let's say, having success at such a young age, it can
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe because it
inflate
was
their
so
ego.
young.
Yeah.
Maybe because I was so young and I've kind of plateaued in it and I've gone to being like, in everyone's TV on all the time, to maybe having a little bit of a blip in my career, which is natural. Do you know what I mean? It's completely natural. And maybe that is, maybe because I started so young, I'm like, I've done all the premieres and like people say about living in London, I'm thinking, if I live in London, I'm just going to be being at parties I don't want to be at, with people I don't even like, doing stuff I don't want to be doing, saying things I don't want to be saying, and I'm just like, don't know, man. I'm just so like that life is so separated. I've done all that. Now I live in Grimsby,
Yeah.
and
That's good.
I'm at home and I'm just like chilled. Do you know
It's
what I mean?
gone full circle.
I think
Yeah.
that's a good thing, though. Really. Like,
Yeah, I think
how did
so.
you deal with any pressures or anything like that when you did succeed with This Is England when you were younger? Did you find that you changed as a person at all?
No, I feel like when I was younger, I just kind of took everything in my stride. I remember like being in auditions not long after This Is England, just like being on my phone and that. Remember answering my phone once in an audition? I mean, in my defence, it was Shane Meadows, and I'm like, you don't not answer the phone to Shane Meadows.
Yeah.
But I remember sitting there. I can't remember what the job was for, but I got the job anyway. It was a series I did called Innocence Project. Another one that got cancelled. It's becoming a theme. But I remember, just being in the audition, doing the scene like this, and then my phone rang, and I was like, just one sec. And just answered the phone. And I'm thinking, fucking hell, if I did that now...
Yeah.
They probably love that though. Like,
Well,
imagine
that's what
one
I'm
of the kids
thinking. Have
from
I
Shell
diluted
doing
myself
that
down a little bit? I
on
don't
your
know.
interview, like, 1 minute, I'm just gonna have a suck on my vape. Like,
Yeah. You'd probably think,
Yeah,
like, to have the audacity
Yeah.
and balls to say,
that's what I mean.
hold on a sec, I'm just going to
Yeah.
do something that's not what you want me to do.
yeah.
But then that's having like a certain level of like self-confidence. Just be like, nah, I own this situation.
Yeah.
Like,
When-
I want to have a vape, so
Yeah.
I'm going to have a vape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when's your film coming out then?
Well, I've got a couple of films coming out. So I did one for Amazon, which was like a comedy heist movie called The Roots Maneuver, with a great director called Rain Miller. So I'm really looking forward to that coming out. And then I've got the serial killer film, which is called Synthesized. I think we've got a screening of it in a couple of weeks, so I'm not sure when that'll be out. And then the one that I'm producing, I think we're going to shoot it at the end of November.
Amazing.
And that's called Good Man.
Yeah.
But we've got an amazing cast. Like, some of the cast we've got for it's brilliant. But I'm not in that. But it's a short film, so I'm not sure. Like it's not the kind of thing that's going to be on telly or anything like that.
Yeah.
Sometimes a lot of short films are just industry based.
Yeah.
So like a lot of the public might not get to see them. But I mean, if I can, I'm going to make sure everyone sees this because it's an important story to me.
Yeah.
Well, if there's anything that we can do to
Yeah,
try
100%.
and
Yeah.
promote
Oh,
it for
bless
you,
you.
mate,
100%.
Appreciate
let
that,
us
yeah.
know. Like, you've helped the show massively coming
Yeah.
on, haven't you?
No,
Oh
massive.
no, don't be silly, mate. It's like I always find like podcasts like this are because I was talking about my friend who took his own life, and a couple of my other friends are struggling at the minute, and then that puts a bit on me because I'm thinking, well, I'm okay.
Yeah.
I'm very, very fortunate that I'm okay. But that kind of, it doesn't feel like pressure to me. My friends know they can always talk to me, but when your friends are down, it
Yeah.
gets me down.
Yeah, yeah.
So then when to come on here and to sit and talk about that,
Mm.
it's free therapy.
Yeah.
Do you
Yeah,
know what I mean?
100%.
It's therapy without the bill.
Yeah.
So and it's so important. Like
100%.
I love
think I've
coming on
looked
and
at
doing
you a
stuff
lot
like
of times
this.
as my therapist, haven't
Yeah, yeah.
Do any
It's
of you
good,
boys
though.
do therapy?
I do.
You do regular?
Every other week.
Yeah, and you think it massively helps?
Yeah,
So important.
massive.
I've had it.
Yeah.
And I walked in, fucking hell. And she sat me down and she said to me, right, 1 minute, just go in that box. And I went in this box and she went, take that fidget spinner out. And she gave me a fidget spinner. I was like, I've just paid 670 quid for 10 rounds of therapy and she's giving me a fidget spinner. I was like, this isn't fucking for me. I am off.
What? She just gave you a fidget spinner?
Fidget spinner, but
Did you find this person on Facebook?
No, like it was a really good
I think
one.
you might have been scammed.
But like I'm sat there flicking this fidget spinner on my third session, and she's like, "Do you see why I've given you the fidget spinner now? Because I'm sat there fidgeting with it, but I'm actually listening to her. Whereas before I'd be like bouncing around the room, my head's going mad.
Nervous.
Yeah, but because I've got a fidget spinner, and I was like, that's what I've paid for. That she knew that I needed it, kind of thing.
Yeah, it's just as a distraction.
Yeah,
I've never done it, but I mean, but do you know why I've never done it? Because I'm scared.
yeah,
And I say that because, like, it just goes back to how I dealt with losing my mum, and you know that we was talking about the being exposed to drugs and alcohol when I was really young, and abuse and all them kinds of things that I feel like I've dealt with.
yeah.
You don't want to drag them back
And I
up.
don't want to drag them up.
Yeah.
And is that natural? I don't know. You do it a lot.
Absolutely.
Because I guess in therapy you can be as honest as you want.
Yeah, 100%.
That's the beauty
I
of
mean,
it.
the reason I got therapy was I was in 2 abusive relationships and I'd never dealt with it. And it wasn't until a few months ago that I started asking myself questions about why can I not be this person that I thought I was. And as a result, it's traumas from the past that I've never dealt with. And part of me wishes I'd never actually opened the box, like you've just said.
And it petrifies me.
But I'm more than grateful that I've opened the box, because now I'm such a better person. I'm such a different person to who I was 6 months ago, 7 months ago. So much more aware, so much more emotionally available, the ability to communicate clearly and honestly, and things like that.
Do you think there's loads of men out there like me that who are scared to go to therapy?
Yeah, because
I've got mates who are scared to go.
Yeah.
They feel like, no, I don't fucking need that. How big I am.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
please.
And,
do you know what I mean?
And it is scary, and it's rough to begin with.
The tears and all that.
Yeah, because you're having to re-dig all these emotions up that you thought you dealt with. And
Yeah.
I use the word thought because I thought I had dealt with them, but my behaviours showed that I hadn't dealt with them.
Yeah. Well, okay. Yeah.
And I didn't understand why I acted certain ways until I started going to therapy, and they explained to me that
So interesting.
a lot of it all of it is down to past traumas that you've never dealt with. You've never allowed yourself to feel those emotions of how you felt. You just, like I say, swept it under the rug, just carried on.
And then that leads into, I can see you looking at the time. Are you paranoid about it?
I'm paranoid about you not.
Oh,
getting
mate,
Teddy on
it's
time,
fine.
mate.
It's all right. Yeah, that's the thing. It kind of like, but then that then leads into addiction, in terms of drugs and alcohol, and then that's just spiraling out of control.
Yeah,
you know
so
what I
like
mean?
my addiction was never drugs or alcohol. I got into bodybuilding.
Yeah.
But then the addiction of I was going to be better, and I was going to be this person that I thought I was by getting bigger, by being this strong alpha dominant male. And it couldn't be any further from truth. If anything, it took me further away from who I actually was.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's interesting. But yeah, it's probably, it's so important for men, I think, to understand that, like, therapy and how important it is. Like, and it is scary to get there. I get that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. I sometimes say to my friends, like, you can't stress it enough, because I know the benefits of it I've seen direct benefits of it from people really close to me. Do you know what I mean? So important.
Just on that, like we've said every episode now, if there is anyone that does need to speak to someone, like we're not trained.
Yeah, we're not therapists.
We're not therapists, but like the inbox is actually open on
Yeah.
the men's social or on our personal pages. So
We'll never struggle.
if anyone needs to talk, just reach out to us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's, you know,
Yeah, good on you, lads. It takes a lot for,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean? For blokes to just be like, no, I'm going to sit here and be vulnerable and open up, and it's
thank you.
hopefully people can watch it and just be like, fucking hell. Do you know what I mean?
Well,
I've
yeah,
got a
well,
mate
that-
like that.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, we have had a fair few people.
Yeah. Even women.
Women.
Women are
Good,
messaging
yeah.
saying it. Like it's been.
Yeah.
It
We
has
have had
been
a lot.
great.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, thank you very much for coming on.
No, honestly,
taking
honestly,
time out of your
I
day.
couldn't afford the therapy, so
Yeah.
There you go, free
Yeah,
therapy.
Yeah, nice one, Tom.
yeah,
Thanks
no
for
worries,
coming on, mate.
buzzing. Yeah,
Appreciate
cheers,
it.
lads.
Thank you very much, mate.
No worries.
Cheers.